Now to the verdict in a high-profile case involving 5 pro hockey players charged with sexually a woman inside a hotel room. All 5 players acquitted, but their professional future still very much in doubt. Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji.
Cash says there's a game ad, Supremacy WW3, and all ads are showing you to start the game with. I don't get it, bro.
This morning, vindication for 5 former National Hockey League players in a trial dominating headlines in Canada. Protesters gathering outside court. The players who
Of course, the feminists are out there screaming.
Start on teams from the Flyers and Flames to the Devils and Senators were charged with sexually a woman in a hotel room in Ontario in 2018 while playing for the Canadian World Junior team. The alleged victim, referred to as E, testified she was naked, drunk, and scared when 4 of the men showed up unexpectedly in her room. I made the choice to dance with them and drink at the bar. I did not make the choice to have them do what they did back at the hotel, she testified. But the defense claimed E had wanted a, quote, wild night and actively participated in the sexual activity. The player's lawyers showing videos in which EM said it was all consensual. She testified that was not how she truly felt.
Cooked. Bro, this is where we are going nowadays. Oh, that's not how I felt. What, are we supposed to be psychic? What the bro? Incredible. This is where we're going, chat. Enthusiastic consent. I've told you guys about this before. This is where we're going. It's going to need to get to a point where they're going to need to continuously say throughout the encounter, oh yeah, this is still consensual. Bro.
The judge in deciding the case said she did not find E's story credible or reliable.
Regret is not grape.
She's obviously very disappointed with the verdict and very disappointed with her honor's assessment of her honesty and reliability.
Legal analysts say there were too many inconsistencies in EM's story.
There were videos that were put to her. She was heavily cross-examined on that.
Despite the verdict, the 5 players, Dylan Dubé, Michael McLeod, Carter Hart, Callan Foote, and Alex Formenton, face an uncertain future. All were placed on indefinite leave and were then cut from their teams. The NHL saying they remain ineligible to return pending a league review of the case.
Wow. Are you serious? Even though they got found innocent, career is still ruined because of that regret being a 304.
The players' union fighting back, saying after missing more than a full season of their respective NHL careers, they should now have the opportunity to.
They should be able to go back. They weren't guilty. This girl's a 304, as usual. Bro, this shit is starting to get ridiculous, man. It really is starting to get ridiculous. Absolutely nuts, man.
To return to work. It's unclear how long the NHL will need to review the case. It says the allegations were disturbing, even if the men were acquitted.
We live in a world, man, where women have all the power, all the same rights as a man, but they don't deal with anywhere near the same level of accountability. These guys were found innocent, right? Or they weren't found guilty. They have all this evidence that shows that this girl's a 304. Bro, hold on. Look at this.
She's obviously
scared when 4 of the men showed up unexpectedly in her room. I made the choice to dance with them and drink at the bar. I did not make the choice to have them do what they did back at the hotel, she testified. But the defense.
That's what she said. But
claimed E had wanted a wild night and actively participated in the sexual activity. The players' lawyers showing videos in which E said it was all consensual.
Bro. She's saying it's consensual on video. Now she's on the stand saying, oh, no, it's not consensual.
She testified that was not how she truly felt.
Oh, that's not how I really felt. Shut the fuck up, man. Holy bro. Yo, I'm telling you guys, one of the worst things that we did was the sexual liberation and letting these thoughts make their own decisions. Incredible. This is why the church, the mosque, the synagogue, all these religious institutions would come in and rein in on female promiscuity. Because this is what you end up with. This is what you end up with. Insane, dude. What the incredible.
The judge in deciding the case said
this girl ruined their careers because she's fucking regretting being a. That's what it comes down to, chat. Wow. Incredible. Speaking of, look at this. Shannon Sharp allegedly paid a total of $23 million to Gabby Zuniga, who recently retired from OnlyFans, which was more than he made in his entire NFL career, bro. Bro, huge L, man. Huge L. Huge. Huge. Like the man. This OF 304, this dude busted his ass to make 22M throughout his NFL career. Practice, practice, game after game, injury after injury. And she got it for being a, and I go, this is ridiculous. This lying thought lied about being and got rewarded for it. $23 million is more than Sharp made his entire NFL career. This is why men are not getting married and hiring escorts. Dealing with modern Western women is a lose-lose situation. Here's the thing. These Tradcons like Matt Walsh will sit there and tell you like, oh, marriage has saved you. No, it won't. Look at Hillary Crowder. Did the same dumb shit that this did. Try to ruin Crowder's career. Marriage ain't gonna save you either. Marriage is not gonna save you either. If anything, she could fuel up even harder. Incredible, bro. He could have given her $10 million and she walked away. She said, no, I want to ruin your career and get more. She sued him for $50 million and then she ended up settling for 23. Incredible, bro. Wow. Wow. It ain't become a professional NFL player, bro. It is not easy. Bro busted his ass to get to that level, and this went ahead and took all the money he made throughout his NFL career. Granted, he's worth a lot more. He's probably worth, what's his net worth? This is probably not that much for him. Let me look here. 30 million, he's worth way more than that. 30 million. Okay, it's not widely known, I guess. But for him to settle for 23, he's probably worth like 100 or 200 or something like that, easily. But bro, that's nuts, man. That is absolutely nuts. All right, let me look at some of these chats. Joe says, you want to see something worse than NHL players? Look at Trevor Bauer. Dude is one of the best players in the league and his career is gone, even though his accuser now has to pay him because she lied. I know, bro. It's cooked. Daryl says, react to K. Michelle and Cam Newton for downfall of nuclear household. Who's K. Michelle? I don't even know who that is. Jenny Maven donated 30. Appreciate that, bro. You're Myron. You really number these pods for quick references? Oh, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't start numbering these podcasts. Maybe I'll start doing it next week. The Jane Doe in the hockey case cheated on her boyfriend, LOL. Got caught lying on the stand repeatedly. The boyfriend is still with her, major L. Yep, there you go. There you go. Explains why a lot of these women make these claims. Like Cassie, for example. Cassie, for example, whole complaint saying, yeah, Diddy, in reality, she was cheating on her husband. This is what y'all talking about? Cam Newton falls speechless after K. Michelle cries and breaks down. Oh, God. Okay, we can react to this too. Whatever. All right, okay, before I do this, though. Which pod was it in? An OSS. Bro, just scroll through. It's gonna have the Candace Owens on it in the thumbnail. I'm gonna start creation in between. Oh no, got that. Okay. Per all the guys in chat get called if exposed on a T app and don't get exposed for weak stroke game. Okay. Before I do that, so dude, this is absolutely nuts. Pissed off for Shannon Sharp, bro. Bro busted his ass to all that money, and then this talentless whore takes the money from him, bro. Infuriating. I feel his pain, bro. That's so fucking bad. You guys know me when it comes to these stats and stealing money from hardworking men, bro. God damn, man. Probably sold her a dream. She got pissed off, and then bam, that's where it is. He's be lying, man. They be lying. All right. Woman says she wanted to get a divorce with her perfect husband because she can't be herself. Then immediately says she doesn't know who she is. I told my husband I wanted a divorce. There is not a single thing about my husband in and himself that I do not love. Build your relationship on God, and things will be easier. And people like Matt want guys to get married to these heathens. Let's see what she's got to say.
Because this is super vulnerable for me, and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier,
super vulnerable for me because I know I'm about to say some shit. But here we go, guys. This is who these Tradcons want you to get married to, by the way. Just so you guys know. Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, all these like they want you to get in relationships and marry like this, by the way. Exhibit A.
This year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through of where would I live? How would we split the time with the kids? Who gets the dog?
And just so you guys know, women do all this when they first marry you, FYI. They always figure out the logistics before they break up with you, okay? It's called monkey branching, tactical branching. They always figure this out beforehand. They meet with a family attorney, figure out the math, figure out the numbers. Do they stand to benefit more from it? And if they do, you're gone.
Where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years.
10 years? Depending on where they're at, she's going to make some money.
There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason, that is the reason why I have not left, okay? Our relationship and what my are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know
Translation, I'm not happy enough, so I'm just going to end it.
if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself, husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3, and I still don't know who I am. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair because I don't know who I am.
So let me get this straight. I don't know who I am, but I'm not happy. Oh my God, bro. Incredible. Incredible, chat.
Figuring out every day. But the reason why I want to share this on here in the first place is we are coming up on our 10-year anniversary. We're going to Mexico, to Cabo, for our 10-year anniversary trip. And we're rewriting our vows. We never wrote vows in the first place. We didn't have vows when we got married. And I'm struggling to write my vows, like to write a vow. And I think that's because I still feel very unsure in our relationship. The one thing that we finally talked about this past week together, because it's been something that since we kind of talked about it, ended up, and we committed to change and we committed to working on our relationship. I started my own business. He quit his job. Roles have changed. Life has been crazy. And we just haven't come back to talking about this subject. And I brought it up again because I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like writing these vows is hard. I don't feel like we're any closer. I don't feel like anything has really changed since I brought this up 6 months ago, 9 months ago. Like, I want to work a relationship. Like, at the end of the day, of course, I could get a divorce and try to go find the love that I'm craving with somebody else. But that's going to come with its own hardships, its own complications, and ones that I'm not willing to take on, right? I love Ryan. He is best father, okay? I just need to learn to explain what I need from him in our relationship, and he needs to be able to give that, and I need to be doing the same for him so that we can both, like, in 10 years from now, in the next 10 years, look back and say, like, we put in the work, we finally have the marriage and the relationship that we have always wanted.
Word salad bullshit, man. This is what women do, man. This is like what they do. Like, this is why for such a long time they didn't have, their father was involved, brother was involved, and, they're just like the stupidity, the selfishness, can't even articulate what it really is. What it comes down to, bro, is that she feels a certain way. It's just she feels a certain way. She wants to destroy everything because she doesn't feel all the way happy. And again, this is propaganda that's pushed out through feminism that tells women that they deserve to be happy no matter what, all the time, 24/7. That's what it is, bro. That's really what it comes down to. We live in this female-centric, woman comes first, happiness comes first society, right? Where idiots like this will sit there and destroy their relationship for this pursuit of happiness that's never going to come. And honestly, she thinks she can do better. She might not admit it on camera right now, but she thinks that she can do better. Anytime a girl breaks up with you guys, it's because they think that they can do better. Okay? Make no mistake about it. Women say, I want to break, other bullshit like that. That means that they think that they can do better than you and they can go ahead and get something better, okay? That's just how when it comes to dating and men. They're hypergamous, all right? If they think they can get a better deal, they will go ahead and act on that better deal. Men, we're not like that, right? If you got a good girlfriend and a batter comes along, you will go ahead and smash that batter and you'll try to have both of them. Women aren't like that. Better guy comes along, she's going to get rid of you and go with the better guy. They are not loyal by nature. It is what it is. Men will try to have both. Them, they'll remove you and go to the better guy. And society, right? I want to be clear about this. Society reinforces them to behave this way, okay? So when people like try to sit there and tell you guys, yeah, get married to these women, man, no. Also, another thing for you guys to notice is that notice how the financial obligation switched around, and that's also making her realize that she wants to get the divorce. Guys, women, this is what I tell you all the time. Never let women be in breadwinner positions, bro. that puts them in a leadership role, and these will not provide for you. Do you guys get it now? Told y'all this before, I'll say it again. Never let them be in a position where they got to provide for you. You got to rely on them financially, bro. They're not built to provide for you. They're just not. They're selfish creatures inherently. They're inherently selfish creatures. Look, man, the truth is the truth. This is what it is. Human beings are naturally selfish, but women are naturally selfish to a higher degree. And society enables it. You're told do what's right. They're told do what's right for them. They're supposed to have children. You're supposed to pay for the children no matter what. So they're allowed to be selfish because they're pregnant for 9 months and they carry the baby. So society's never going to shun them for being selfish. You understand? They'll say stupid shit like Hillary Crowder's dumbass, saying dumb shit like this. And that's why I had to roast her ass the other day. That's why she had to block me, because she knew I was about to cook her. I still cooked her anyway because she's stupid. But they'll say dumb like this. The most alpha thing a man can do is marry and be faithful to a good woman for the rest of his life, for the entirety of his life, and be willing to storm the gates of hell to stay married to her. Oh yeah, like Stephen tried to do you when he tried to destroy his life. And then you got simple over here, Matt Walsh, talking about this shit. Do you guys get it yet? It's time to unplug. Just sit there and push marriage on people. Get married, bro. That'll solve everything. No, it won't. No, it won't. Come to me that want to shoot themselves. You want to know what a lot of them are? Christians. They believed in the Bible. They believed in till death do us part. They believed in their vows. The guys that come to me that want to put a foot in their mouth the most are the Christian guys that believed in the Bible and believed in their vows. Until I got to hit them with the reality and let them know, look, man, you can be devout to God. You can believe in the Bible. Nothing wrong with that. But the Bible is not going to save you from these modern, and I got to be the reality check to these, bro. I know a lot of you guys right now are pissed off at me for saying this, but it's the truth. It's the cold hard truth. Jesus is not going to save you from these, right? And they have the audacity, bitches like this, that to ruin her husband's life, colluded with the Daily Wire, colluded with left-wing journalists, colluded to lie, put out a fucking edited Ring camera to make Steven Crowder look like a scumbag and tried to destroy his life. She's over here quote tweeting who? Matt Walsh, Simp Walsh, saying a real man, the most alpha thing you could do is go ahead and be with a woman for the entirety of his life. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. They tell you guys this shit. You want to know why? Because as soon as you say, I do, you know what happens? You lose all the leverage. What you might as well say is, I do give my life to this, that goes out and decides to go make serious decisions based off how she feels, like the girl that we're talking about now. Look, I know a lot of you tradcons, you Bible thumpers, you Quran thumpers, you synagogue thumpers. I don't know. All your religious guys are going to get mad at me for saying this. Fine. If I got to piss off 100 of you niggas so I can save one person for putting a foot in their mouth, so be it. Unsubscribe. I don't care. Because I talked to way too many dudes that were ready to end it all because they believed in their vows and their wife didn't. Way too many guys. Hundreds, if not thousands at this point. It's incredible to me that someone like a Hillary Crowder would sit there and quote tweet Matt Simp Walsh as he goes on his 15-minute monologue talking about how great marriage is and monogamy with his Daytona Rolex, by the way, as a multimillionaire, by the way, that has status and clout, by the way, and selling this tradcon dream to the average guy who's 5'8", 30 to 50K per year, and can barely get women to even pay attention to him. I live in reality. I understand how women are. And I'm telling you guys, this is the new normal. It's not 1955, it's 2025. And any guy that's going to sit there and tell you that you need to be monogamous and that you just need to believe in the Christian marriage or the Muslim marriage or whatever it is, depend on religion to help you find your girl and your wife, they don't care about you. I'm telling you guys what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm telling you guys what's the real, not what's ideal. Look, man, if you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're Jewish, whatever you are, that's fine. I'm just telling you guys that your religion, your religious preference is fine. But don't expect these women to adhere to that, man. As soon as it benefits them to leave the marriage and break their religious vows, they will do it. And then you're going to be sitting there wondering, why, God, why? But the joke's on you because she never believed in God in the first place. These are Satan. A lot of these girls are on some Satan type shit, man. You can be devout, but are they devout? A lot of the times, no. And not only are they not devout, they will say and do what they need to do to get married. They'll play the game. And then as soon as they can, they're going to take your money and turn it into Goku on your dumbass. I'm asking you guys to be pragmatic and be realistic, okay? Don't hold these women to the same standard that you hold yourself because they'll never rise to that level. Women are not honorable people. They're just not. Like most human beings, they do what's in their best self-interest. And for women, they really do what's best in their self-interest because they're biologically wired to do so. And it kills me how these dumbasses over at the Daily Wire, over at these conservative think tanks, never tell you guys this. They'll sit there and they'll admonish a guy like me and say, oh, these red pill guys, right? But when you get divorced and you get back out in the fucking dating marketplace, who are you watching? These red pill guys. When you're trying to pick up the pieces and figure out why your wife left you, who are you watching? These red pill guys. Because we call it like it is. My allegiance is to the truth. I'm not going to go ahead and push theocracy on you guys when it comes to these that don't believe in theocracy. They just don't. These guys don't live in reality, man. So I'll be honest with y'all. These tradcons, when it comes to women, need to shut the fuck up. And if you take them seriously, you deserve to take a when it comes to dealing with them and modern women. You think Michael Knowles, Ben Shapiro, Matt Simp Walsh, any of these can educate you guys on how modern women move? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You got a, as Nick would call her, a wench, Hillary Crowder, the biggest betrayer of them all from the tradcon community, supposed to be a devout Christian, retweeting Matt Walsh. If that isn't a red flag, I don't know what is. Wake up. Wake up. She expects to forget all the bullshit she did. And I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of these tradcon girls are feminists in hiding. They are. Because you niggas want to sit there and be like, oh, wow, she's a devout Christian. Oh, wow, she's really cool. Oh, wow. You got to be extra cautious, man. You really do. You have to be extra cautious with these girls. They will say and do what they need to do to get in a position. And once they're in a position where they can fuel up, they will if it benefits them. That's just how women are. Women are designed to get their resources met through men by any means necessary. They don't feel bad when they fuel over. You understand that? They don't feel bad when they fuel over. Get it through your head. They are not like us, okay? Saying a Kendrick song, not like us. I truly mean that shit. As a man, your value is determined by your integrity. If you snake your friends, you will get your ass whooped for it. There are checks and balances on you being a piece of shit as a guy. You understand? You will go to jail. People will not trust you. No one honors your word. No one takes you seriously. There's a reason why Scarface in the movie said, all I have in this world is my balls in my world. Even a trafficker understood that the thing that mattered was his word. We know this as men. For women, it doesn't operate that way. This is why they communicate through their emotions. They don't believe in their word. It doesn't matter. It goes by how they feel, not what's real. So we are not held to the same standard. Men deal with consequences when they don't hold up their end of the bargain. Women don't, okay? You're saying till death part. You mean that shit. For her, it's till, I don't feel like it anymore. That's what it really comes down to. And we have a society that enables them to do that shit. Get it through your heads. Some of you stupid watching this show right now, you're with a girl or a wife that doesn't respect you. And you know it deep down. That's why you're watching me and not the Israeli Wire. That's why you're watching me, not PragerU. That's why you're watching me, not Blaze Media. Because you can come here and know I'm going to tell you the truth on this. Whether it's these liars, these blacks that want to sit there and talk about BLM, I will tell you guys the truth. If it gets me banned, oh well. Oh well. They'll set you free no matter what. I could go to any platform and be fine because I know I tell the truth. I can stand on my 2 feet, 10 toes down and tell you guys what the fuck is really going on. Nobody pays me that tells me, oh, you got to get comfort. Your message is like this. I tell the truth. That's who I align with. I take my religious biases aside. I take my personal biases aside. I take my personal living experiences aside because I tell you guys this, I get treated a lot different by women than the average guy does, but I don't have the gall to sit here and lie to you guys and tell you, oh yeah, as a 6'3" multimillionaire, women are great. No, they're still, I didn't forget what it was like to be an average guy. I didn't forget what it was like to struggle talking to girls at the club. I didn't forget what it was like to be a third and be ostracized. I didn't forget what it was like to be a regular dude talking to these heathens. I didn't. That's why I can empathize with you. And that's why I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you guys what the fuck it really is with these. They will do what they need to do for themselves. That's just how it goes. Bruffel's law. Look it up, stupid. No matter how strong feminism is, women are always going to look to the man, extract resources, and when you can no longer provide, what they're looking for, they will move on. This is why they get over relationships faster than you. This is why they initiate the divorces more than you. This is why they're not happy in relationships as quickly as you. And this is why they break up all the families. Oh, well, it's the truth. And we live in a society that enables them to do it. Wake up. Wake up. We got women who are supposed to be devout Christians lying to journalists to go ahead and destroy their ex-husbands. Do you get it yet? Wake up. This is where we are. This is the new normal. All the things that we had in place to keep these bitches in check, cooked, gone. You understand? Anyway, you guys can listen or not. It's up to you. It's up to you over at the Daily Wire. Fine. But don't come over here and cry when I say I told you so, nigga. With these guys haven't been on a date in 30 years. Some of these literally haven't been on a date with a girl since the early 2000s. These men went out and took their wives that they have right now on a date when NSYNC was hot. Let that sink in. Seriously. Oh, I've been married for 20 years. Nigga, what? When you went out with your Britney Spears was on the radio. What the f you talking about? Some of you guys got to really wake up, bro. Some of you guys really got to wake up, man. Holy bro.